JT Smith of the TFON Podcast here for season 3, episode 14. Sorry I didn't have a pod last week, but I know if you guys have been checking, the Bearcat Tip-Off Talk pod has been jumping with me, Neil, and Alex Meacham. So hopefully you guys have been checking that out. So I was on vacation last week, so I did not drop a TFON pod. So this week I am going to touch base. It's a lot to talk about, man. I'm going to talk about Twitter right now, actually, because, I just refreshed my Reddit just because if Twitter does die, I guess I'll be on Reddit. Facebook isn't really, I'm on there, but not like that. But in IG for sure, jumping on IG. I might have to get a TikTok, man. If I can share my stuff on TikTok, I might have to get it jumping a little bit. Have my son show me what's what on there. But yeah, that Twitter stuff is crazy. I know some people that's personally been affected by that, so it's not a joking matter on that. So I know the guy that bought it is just kind of wrecking shop and changing people's lives by every decision he makes, which is pretty sad. But yeah, man, I got my Reddit jumping. So hopefully they don't ban me, because I know last time I was trying to share my stuff and they was like, nah, we ain't feeling that player. So hopefully they don't ban your boy. Make sure you guys follow the Front Office News YouTube page. Follow us on Instagram as well. Show love, man. Show love. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the content. Everybody's been doing a good job getting that jumping. So that's me just rambling, but it's a lot to talk about, man. I haven't really joined you guys in a while. So, everybody knows the Bearcats lost out on Isaiah Collier, the number one recruit in the class of 2023 per 247. I think he was top 10 in every ranking, no matter who it was. And, he went to USC, man. It sucks because nobody really had a good basis on that. That was like the most tight-lipped recruiting situation I've ever been a part of or seen. But what's crazy about that one is just like my first hunch was the right hunch. So I was like, dang, that's what sucked at the end of the day. Appreciate you for sharing that, Martinique. So I greatly appreciate that. So yeah, man, he went with a different, USC, kind of how I thought in the beginning, but West did such a good job recruiting and getting them here before. Thought they were going to have a shot. John, what's going on, my man? Thanks for checking out the pod. Appreciate it, my guy. So yeah, man, losing out on Isaiah Collier, that hurt, but I just liked how this staff isn't shying away from the big time people, where there before they would not, sometimes not dissing who the Bearcats would recruit, but at the same time, it was certain people they wouldn't go after, where I feel like Wes is not, he's not shorting the program. At the end of the day, it's going to pay off. You're not always going to get the big fish, but if you don't try, you don't have a chance. You can't shoot. You can't make any shots you don't shoot at the end of the day. So this crew is doing a heck of a job, and they will hit. And they've been doing a good job already. I mean, they got two between top 40, top 60 guys that are already coming next year. I think Skilling is going to be a star. I feel like Josh Reed's going to be a star. I feel like Sage will be a consistent guy once he gets to that weight and they get him together. I feel like he's going to be a guy that's going to be able to contribute for them. So, I mean, they're doing the right thing. Just losing the NKU hurt was a body blow. So that's what hurt the most. Losing that game, a team that got up for that game and the Bearcats only scored 11 points. They got to fix that. You're about to go play Arizona. And I'm not trying to get too deep into this because I know me, Neil, Alex will talk about it. So I'm not going to get too deep into it and saying whatnot, but they cannot have that kind of showing in Maui. It cannot happen. You got to match intensity. And just like I was listening to Chad talk about, Chad talked to Mo on the Mo Ager show today. Yeah, John Newman being out is huge for the Bearcats. And they do have to replace that guy because he's, like I said in a previous pod, he's a guy that I would take him to go play anywhere. Like, he might do some stuff that you be like, what the heck? But he's not going to be scared. He's going to match intensity. If it's a fight that break out, I feel like he's going to throw hands. Like, you need a guy on your team like that everywhere. Trust me. So it's one of those things, man. It's just one of those things where he's just that guy that when stuff it's not going well, he's the kind of guy that just like, all right, I'm gonna step up. I'm gonna do something that just changes the tone. So we'll see, man. It was a game that you expected Nolly. If Nolly doesn't score, right? Like, that's not good. Like, Nolly didn't score. JD didn't score. Like, nobody had double digits. I mean, even Vic had 9 and 9, but in the game against them, that's you know what I mean? Like, that's not even, and that's not enough. And then, JD doesn't score. Julius doesn't score. Like, you can't have that. You score 4. They had more blocks than they had. NKU had more blocks than the Bearcats had buckets, which is crazy. That don't even sound real, right? Like, if somebody told me that, I would think they were capping, as the young boys say. And and it happened. It's real. Like, it's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. So I'll talk a little bit more about that on Monday, as we will post the new Bearcat tip off talk. But I wanted to touch base on that just because of how important them not getting Isaiah Collier was, and then also losing to NKU the same day. So it was just like, all right, it hit him with the Ric Flair poke in the eyes, boom, and then we got hit with a body shot. And it is what it is, man. Bearcats got a hell of a game coming up. It's Arizona. It's not like they about to play JoJo State. You know what I mean? They about to play some dogs, and they're gonna have to be ready because Arizona ain't NKU. That's 100% sure. And if they don't come ready to play, they will be in trouble. So we'll find out, man. And then now I'm gonna switch bases. Go talk about football. Bearcats, they have a big game on the road against Temple on Saturday at 4:00. I want to say it's on ESPNU. Don't quote me on that. But they're heavily favored. They should be. Temple's defense sucks. Bearcats offense, though, has been shaky. So just being real, they've been shaky. If they can't get right against Temple, then Bearcats season is in the wake. And even though they're 8-2 right now, they have to look smooth against Temple, even though they're on the road, because Tulane, I've called them the dark horse. I didn't expect them to shit the bed against UCF like they did, but I knew that team was going to be somebody serious for the Bearcats to have to face, and for that to be the last game and possibly be for a chance to play an AAC championship. They cannot play a shaky game of offense and get penalized themselves. They got to stay grounded as possible. They got to play complimentary football. And if they don't, it's going to be interesting. But they got to take care of business at Temple first, because if they don't take care of business at Temple, then Tulane doesn't really matter. I mean, somewhat, but it's not as big as it was per se. Sorry about that. But they got to handle business, man. I feel like this should be a blowout. This should be a get right game. Hopefully the running game gets going, and hopefully the passing game stays consistent, because they have the big players in the passing game, but sometimes it's like kind of the big play or nothing. Like they have to make those in between plays that can keep the stakes going, man. There's too many 3 and outs. You don't have to score on every drive. You're not going to score on every drive, but you need those 5-7 play drives where you get a couple first downs, maybe stall out. You got a great punter in Mason Fletcher. He's going to pin them 9 times out of 10. So you help your defense, and then you get the ball back in a better position if you go 3 and out, or maybe if you may let them go 1 first down and out, something like that. But you turn the ball, turn the field position in your favor. So we shall see, man. They got to hold it down. They got to do their thing. And then they have a game on Friday, which I'll be talking about my guy, Dan Sellers. He's going to get on here and we'll chop it up. Hopefully we have a good talk on Tuesday, not a bad talk. You know how that can get. And then if it's a bad talk, I'll be letting him vent for a whole hour for the most part. But we'll see, man, because it's interesting, because as good as their record is, like, as a fan base, like, taking the media side out of the fan base, the Bearcats fans are spoiled right now. You go to the college football playoff, you have 9 people go to the NFL, but at the same time, you have 8 wins this year, 2 losses. But it's been a lot of close games. And even though they're winning, you're not convinced fully, like it. And that's that's the part that's I think people are kind of like scared about because just like you lose to UCF, UCF's a good team, but if the Bearcats play better, like a lot cleaner and make the simple plays, they win that game. You should have beat Arkansas, who's I think like 500 now, so like they're not even a good loss anymore right now. They're getting freaking DDT'd up the SEC. No, they got injuries, but I don't care. You're SEC school. You got SEC players on the bench. They getting their ass kicked right now, and lose that game because missing open plays that hurts, right? Then you now at UCF, my bad, not USF, they ain't doing shit, but UCF is essentially about to. They got control of the conference right now. As long as they don't lose, they're going to host, and that's one of the toughest places to play. The Bearcats only lost by 5 points the first time, but are they going to be able to show growth coming back down there if they are able to play them again, or is it going to be too big for them? Like, who knows, right? But I think they have to, like, the one thing I've noticed and like just talking to like people is I don't think like Ivan Pace, like he's the best defensive player on the team. He's been playing too much spy, man. Like I think they have to just let him play balls to the wall. And if he messes up, he messes up. I don't like him at the spy. He's too good going downhill. It don't matter about his size. They gotta take him off the spy, especially if you're not going for down lineman. It's just teams are going to try to run against them, and they're going 3, and they got Ivan at the spy too much. Not feeling that. Not feeling that at all. So I think they got to let him go, pin his ears back, and just make a damn play. And that's what he does, man. I think you'll start seeing, I mean, he's getting 7 to 8 tackles, but he'll start getting those 14, 15, right? Because he's just that good. And but he had the spy, man. Let somebody else be the damn spy. Like keep it 100. Like I know I'm just the person talking about it, but let somebody else be the spy. You don't need to let Ivan be the spy. That's he's hurt. You know what I mean? If he ain't hurt, he don't need to be a spy, like flat out. Let somebody else do it. You let the safety be a spy before you let Ivan be a spy, personally. But that's just my thoughts. And they gotta stop doing that. Personally, that's why I think they cannot let him be the damn spy. Like, and like it's been going on for a while, maybe about a month. Because he's too good, man. He's too damn good. You gotta let him attack and see what happens. Because he's a monster, man. Dude, bowling ball, bro. He's built like Mayan Williams for Ohio State. He's built exactly like him, a little bit taller. It's one of the people like he just built like a legit bowling ball. Everybody's played against somebody built like him, bro. Like, and it's irritating. Like, super irritating. Like you play basketball against a dude that's built like a brick, and you just like this cat is not moving nowhere, no matter what. Tired all the time because he's leaning on you. It's just is crazy. So I even coach a young man that's built like him. He's probably gonna be a little bit taller, but coach a young man that's built kind of like Ivan. But dude, like was slamming people bigger than him. Like he's definitely that kind of person, right? Like I bet you Ivan's doing it since he was like 2. Right. Are you still depressed, man? Gonna make me cough up a lung. Nah, I feel you, man. They gonna be all right, man. It's yesterday was rough though. Like it was definitely rough, bro. Like I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It was bad. But we've seen worse, which sucks though. That's the thing though. We've seen worse. We lost a 20 ball in the tournament when we could have went to the Final Four. The JB years was a little shaky. We just got to get through we got to get through this year, and then we got to get that first year the Big 12 together, because the Big 12 is going to be disrespectful for real. So I'm a little nervous, but they got some good talent coming, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, back to Ivan, man. Take him off the spy. Like, don't let him spy at all, and then I'll be fine with that. And then we can't just be aggressive, man. We got enough playmakers; they could be aggressive. I know it's not Sauce and Kobe, but man, when it's third and long, man, don't let the quarterback just sit back there and chill. Can't, man. You cannot. Because all it takes is one throw to get your rhythm back together, bro. Like, trust me, you get that confidence together, it's third and 15. You give me all day in the world. I can make my reads. And then now I'm cooking. Just play aggressive, man. You got good enough players that can make the plays and see what happens. But offense is the key because they cannot go shaky how they have been going shaky. They'll have like two good plays and they'll be big plays because we got so much speed. But then you got 5 dead drives. They can't have that. And Ryan Cole has been arguably the offensive MVP, keeping it 100. Like after the first 2 games, he was kind of shaky. We like, man, but we seen him. I saw him making 50 yarders all spring and fall. So I knew what he could do. Then he's been doing it in the game. Dude's been automatic. So that's been clutch to have that guy that can make not free throws, my bad. I'm talking about basketball. Make field goals when it counts, right? Not used to that right now. But that's key. But now we just need to score in the freaking red zone. I don't even know what the red zone numbers are, but it cannot be pretty as far as the touchdown to field goal ratio right now. It's probably 50-50. It might be 60-40 for real, because most of the big time touchdowns come from 20 yards and out. Just like Trey and them, they go into the house from 70 yards, 50 yards, 35. So it's gonna be interesting, man. They gotta punish this weak Temple team. That's no disrespect to them, but they can't let these teams have hope. That's what the thing the Bearcats have been doing lately. They've been giving teams hope. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever like play somebody, they better than you, right? But if you ain't scared, half of the deals, don't be scared. Like, most people be scared, always better. Shit, they put their pants on just like you. They put their pants on just like you. You give a person a little hope. You show a little weakness. Now it's on. That's what the Bearcats been doing, giving teams a little bit of hope. They already want to beat them because they're going to the Big 12. So you add that on. These teams is out scheming them. These teams are doing stuff to try to beat them. Like, it's just what it is. Like, it's no candy coat about it. Like, teams is trying to win. Like, they don't want to. These teams are stuck in the AAC. Like, Temple stuck in the AAC. Tulane stuck in the AAC. They want to get these dubs. You see how ECU was clowning after they beat all these teams going to the Big 12? They beat BYU and UCF. They was clowning on their social media after. And then, like, speaking of ECU, they was crying about that Brian Threats hit, man. They had their panties in a bunch. Like, all they 10 fans was going crazy for like 2 days. They still was like tripping on that stuff. Coach, quarterback, 50-year-old quarterback, coach, a couple of people in the media tripping off that hit, right? Like, if I'm playing football, I'm playing safety, your quarterback lays you out, bro. It's not 2-hand touch. You gonna get touched. And he laid with a shoulder. Like, it is what it is. Like, if that was on the Bearcats, that was the Bearcats, that was Trey Tucker that got hit. You'd be like, Ben, you can't lay me out like that. Like, flat out. Like, it's part of football. Sometimes it's gonna happen. But if he puts it on him, Threats can't get there to hit him like that. He might still hit him hard, but it ain't gonna knock him out. And ain't nobody trying to knock nobody out. Like, but that's just football. Like, if you ever play football, like, I ain't play football at a high level, but just freaking, what's that? Automatic physics, bro. Like, ain't nobody letting you catch the ball. Like, ain't nobody supposed to let you catch the ball. Like, this ain't you playing with your kids. Like, you on scholarship, bro. Like, you gonna get hit. That's what it is. Like, and it sucks that the young man got hurt. Nobody wants to get hurt, but football's a hurt business, bro. Like, that's why it's a practice squad. That's why they got like 100 kids on the team. You got scout team. You got all this because people get hurt. Like, and it was a good hit. Like, for real, he led with his shoulder and then his head just slipped up. Honestly, I just think it's just a hard hit. Buddy catch the ball, it ain't that bad. Like, and he dropped it. So, like, and like, one thing, like, my people always told me, like, you gonna get hit, you gotta catch the ball. Like, that's all it is to it. Like, you don't want to. You feel a lot better when you get hit and you catch the ball than you don't catch the ball and you get smacked. And he got smacked and he dropped it. So, shit, that's the golden rule right there, because you're gonna get hit, and it's a little bit cleaner to play nowadays, right? So, But that's just my beef on that. That wasn't a dirty hit. It was a hard hit. All right, maybe you should have got the penalty, whatever. I understand how college football and NFL is called nowadays, but it wasn't a dirty play. You feel me? Like, it wasn't a dirty play, just a hard play, and you thumped them. And it is what it is. And sometimes people gonna get thumped. Like it's a part of part of NCAA. You're gonna watch some games and people gonna thump. And Threats is a dude that don't shy away from contact. If you've been watching him all year, he'll hit somebody big, small, don't matter. He gonna thump. Yeah. They run it. They running back was tight. He a dog. I think he an NFL player, John, for real. Not even being a hater. Like, I think he's an NFL player. Him and CJ. I think CJ's an NFL player. I think the quarterback can get a chance, but that running back is a dog. So that's why everybody panics in a bunch because they hurt their running back. That's a dog. But if they were trying to take him out, they would have took him out before the third quarter. And they was already up. They was up. So it was like, dude was already getting loose. You want to take him out? You might take him out in the first quarter if you're trying to be dirty. Like, you out there playing bounty games. You know what I'm saying? Like, then what's the bounty? They gonna give them NIL money? Like, what is that? Like, they control the NIL money where they could take them out. We're gonna give you 15,000 NIL. I don't know. Like, that's stupid. Because Buddy can't even play the first half of the Temple game. No, right? Yeah, he can't even play the first half of the Temple game. So like now he can't even start. He'll get to play in the third quarter. So I mean, what does that help? You don't want to hurt nobody, but that's just a hard ass hit. What it is. Flying solo, man. So I'm rambling a little bit, so just bear with me. But I had to get that off my chest for sure because people were tripping, man. Like they never watched football before, like at all. Like people like file investigation. The team is dirty. This, that, and the third. Like we might be undisciplined, but dirty? Nah, they ain't them. Like you call them undisciplined sometimes. They get a lot of penalties, but they gonna hit you. Like it is what it is, man. I'm not touching the Prater thing. I do think they have to get more creative with when they put him in. I think they can't just run him every time. You know what I mean? Like he can throw the ball well enough not to just run it every time he comes in. And like, was it last week when they gave him the 2 plays in the red zone, and they ran the option play to the short side. I know it was going to his strong hand or whatever, but if they run that same play to the weak side or to the wide side. Hey, Dan will though. He definitely will. He'll touch that. He had an event he couldn't break away from. That's why he isn't on here tonight. But he'll be on here next week though. But I do think they do need to let him, like, they can't make it as obvious, man. Like that play it was a good play, but they ran it to the short side of the field. Like they run that play to the wide side, it's a touchdown. Like flat out. But I do think they need to let him get more snaps to change it up. And I think that would help the offense, especially on the run game side of things. Because they got the backs. It's just like, I don't know, the O-line's not, they're not pass blocking bad. I don't think, honestly, the run game has just been iffy this year. For consistency, like we're not used to the Bearcats being as iffy on the run game. And then I think Prater honestly would help make that a little bit more stable, even if it was like touch up here and there. But I do think they have to like legit let him throw if they're going to put a package in for him, because now everybody's just like, okay, he's just going to run a read option. They're staying home. Everybody's in their gaps. But if they start doing like the read RPO and then they start doing like quick slant off of it or tight end pop on the opposite side, it'll cook. You feel me? So I know, man, Cam. All right, give me the Cam because he coaches, man. He don't be free like that. But I do need to get him on here though, because he definitely be having some stuff to say though. So I don't know. I wonder where he at. I could have him pop in, but for sure. But I do need to get him on here, John, for sure. I tried to get him on here 2 weeks ago, but I think he was doing some scouting for some hoop stuff, so he didn't have time. But I definitely be having him in my thoughts to get on here for real. But yeah, they do got to switch it up. So John, you gotta tell Cam to be on, like, to hit me up. Even though I talk to Cam almost every day, but still tell him to be like when I'm gonna be on the show, just because you're trying to hear him. But they gotta they do. They definitely do. That's why I bring them on. That's why I bring them on for sure. But they gotta let, if they're gonna put Prater in, they can't just let him be just pure run. Like, they gotta let him throw the ball a bit. Like, he ain't that bad of a thrower. Like everybody try to make it seem like, if he's on, like, he will, like, throw some. He can be inaccurate, but he can throw. He can make every throw too. Like, it's so that's my thing. Gotta give him a shot. Per se, especially like if he's like being off. I don't see why not. You can just go like CJ Leak and Tim Tebow ish. You know what I mean? If that's what you want to do, I just think he will help the run game immensely, just because they got to respect it. So let me see. Nah, he's, I don't know, man. I've seen him. He's definitely gotten a lot better since the first time he's been in campus, just from seeing him practice, stuff like that. It's just, I guess, Ben does stuff that they want to do for this offense. So that's what's going on. But yeah, I definitely think Prater can help the offense some too, for sure. But hey, if they win on Saturday, uh, and then you got to see what's happening against Tulane, man. Tulane game is huge. They got to take care of business. They can't overlook this game. If they lose to Temple, yeah, man, I don't even know. It's gonna be a messed up Thanksgiving for Bearcats fans and for people in the media. I guess sometimes losing kind of gives you more people want to come check out what you got to say, for real. But I really don't want them to lose, so that's not what I'm in it for. I ain't in it for the shock value stuff. So I'm cool with them getting the dub. They just got to clean the stuff up, because they don't clean stuff up, it's gonna be tough to beat Tulane. It's gonna be tough to beat UCF on the road. It's just being honest. They just can't play like they've been playing the last few weeks. They gotta snap out of it. They got the talent. They got the talent. Yeah, they got the talent to hold it down. So that's what makes everybody be like, "Come on, bro! Like, let's get it together." Because it ain't like they just some bums. Like, if they was just whack, then you would just be like, "All right, this was supposed to happen." But they not whack, so you just need them to snap out of it, play some good ball, stay consistent, and hold it, and get to doing what they need to do. But they should at least, no matter what, win 10 games this year. You go into the Big 12 with momentum. The Big 12 play is going to be interesting, because they can't play like they've been playing this year in the Big 12. If so, then they're going to have more than 2 losses. That's for sure. And people going to go crazy and panic. But yeah, they can't play like they did this year. If they do, it ain't going to be what everybody wants, for real. Like, far as how everybody communicate and stuff. Maybe the first year they might let it slide, but they're coming in and just taking over the Big 12, like I thought at first, they can't play like they did this year to be able to pull that off. It ain't gonna happen. You playing Baylor, Texas Tech, and them boys, TCU and them. You can't play 30 minutes of football. I think you about to get the dub. So, but that's next year. I'm just happy that he will be in the Big 12 next year, because as a media member, person that covers games, has access to the team, to be able to have access to other fan bases that care, it's gonna be pretty dope to me. Like, like, I'm excited about this. Like, purely excited, because if I interview somebody that's a media member for Texas, Oklahoma, they're gonna be there for a couple years, Kansas State, Kansas, people are really gonna want to hear that, right? When I interview Tulsa's media member, or you know what I mean? Like, it ain't the same. Like, it just ain't the same. You feel me? So it's about to hold a lot more weight, and I'm excited about that. So Bearcats sports will be super relevant, and that's dope. I'm glad they were able to get that invite. I'm glad it's right around the corner, because struggle bus, big struggle bus, having to do research on AAC teams all the time. And I'm just keeping it 100. I could say what the coaches and stuff can't say. You know what I'm saying? They probably were struggling with it too. They keeping it 100. Like I ask them off the record, but struggling, man. Like just imagine like Navy. Like who want to play Navy for real? Like, just keeping it 100. Like bro, nobody want to play Navy. They still play like 1950. Like quarterback passing the ball 2 times. You running a triple option. The center like 250. Bro, this is like when my granddad played football side. You feel me? It's Navy. Nah, that ain't football, bro. Option's not football. I mean, it is, but it ain't like that ain't 2022 football. Like, bro, people ain't coming in trying to run the option like that. Doing a re-option RPO game, bro. Not trying to do no dives, bro. Nobody trying to do dives. Telling you. Nobody trying to do dives. Nobody trying to get their knees tucked out on off rip. This is just I don't know, man. I want UCF to lose, John, but I do not. I don't see Navy beating them. Just being real, man. I don't see nobody beating UCF right now unless we get our stuff together. Because I think we can, but we gotta get our stuff together. We can't come in there and not playing incomplete. I think we could beat them by 10 points if we play right. If we play right, we beat them by 10 points. But Navy will start off good unless like UCF is kicking it too much. I don't know. They might be kicking it too much because they didn't beat UC. Then that can be all. That can be it. But if I was betting, I definitely would put my paper on UCF. And that hurts me. That hurts my heart to say that. Is Tulane winning this game tonight? I need to check my phone real quick. They playing SMU as we speak, or it might be over. Let me check. Provide a live update real quick. Let me see what I got. Hopefully my phone act like it want to add some sense. Damn, the Packers about to lose, huh? And they smoking D. All right, let's see what's going on. Damn, Tulane beat them 59-24, bro. 59. They almost hit a 60 ball on Thursday night. See, that's what I'm talking about, man. This is what I am talking about. They was up 59-17. Oh, man. They look 49-7. See, that's what I'm talking about, man. They just want to run the ball for real. All they want to do. They had 3 people over 70 yards. See, we gotta get our stuff together, man. Can't just beat Temple, but they gotta look good beating Temple. Send a message, and then they gotta get together, man. Because Tulane ain't coming to play. Like they not coming to lay down at all. Damn, we gotta beat them dudes, man. They're not coming to play at all. They gotta get it. They gotta snap out of it. Because we play, and they gotta be more aggressive on D. I think personally, because Tulane's gonna come to run the ball on them. Like certain teams come to try to punch UC in the mouth. They cannot allow themselves to get punched in the mouth, and that's on defensive calls. And that'd be a whole nother pod if I go into that. I'll let Dan talk about that next week. And I'll spare y'all. I'll let his expertise hit y'all. So y'all can have a good time. So I can laugh. Actually, I'm my ear slightly congested, putting this off, but this weather change hit me with some Mike Tyson body shots, boy. So I'm out here getting it together. So Yeah, damn, they beat them boys 59-24 on a Thursday. Yeah, they ain't playing. I told people Tulane was coming too. I just didn't expect UCF to come on as strong as they did at the end. That's the only thing I got wrong. UCF came out of not came out of nowhere, but they kind of got they got their shit together. I thought Gus was gonna go full Tuberville fast, and he didn't. I still think he gonna Tuberville him though. Maybe not as bad, but I think he gonna Tuberville him at the end of the day. Once he gets to the Big 12, I think he gonna Tuberville him for sure within 3 years. It's gonna get real shaky. I just feel it. So when it does happen, call me out. If it don't happen, y'all call me out on it too. That's cool, man. I'm grown, so I'm 40 and I'm grown. You know what I'm saying? But Tulane beat the brakes off them boys. Yeah, we gotta get it together, man. This Temple game about to be very important. They gotta. I think Bearcats need to win by 21 or more for me to feel good. Where I need them to be. I think they need to win by 21 or more. They gotta be stable, get everything going. Everything got to be cooking because, bruh, positive is it's gonna be cold as brick on Friday. Like how everything's been going, it's gonna be super cold on Black Friday, nipper. But people gonna be gone. I mean, like it's the student session gonna be jumping like it's supposed to be because I feel like people gonna be gone. It's gonna be enough students to get. I know it's gonna be sold out, but our students gonna be there. You know they gonna stay because they're leaving at halftime stuff, bro. Come on, man. Like when I was a student, bro, we had like 2,000 in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man, y'all gotta enjoy this. Y'all gotta bask in this. Like, y'all actually got. I mean, you had people that made it to the league. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, people like they was packaging football tickets for the basketball tickets to get people to come, to get people to buy for them, buy them. People was buying them still and wasn't even coming. Think about that. That's not me lying. Like I'm telling you, you would have to buy some football tickets to get your season basketball tickets. Think about that. Yeah. Yeah. So people leaving, y'all don't understand how spoiled y'all are right now. Like, I gotta start staying, man. This is treasure. I actually gotta pay attention and know what's going on. People used to just care about the basketball team. For real. Yeah. Brian does need to play 2 good halves. He does, man. He really does. He's the key. If you're gonna start him, he has to play 2 good halves. He cannot take any more safeties. Like the man's took 2 safeties. And you can't. People will blame the offensive line. You cannot blame that on those. Like I did not get to see the second safety. I saw the first one. He had enough time to make at least 2 reads, at least one solid read and throw it away. He did not do that. Hopefully he does not do that anymore. You can't, man. You just cannot. Just can't take safeties, man. You got to know, like, if you're in a part where it's safety time, you got 1 read, maybe 2 if you get off that read fast. If not, you need to throw it out of bounds and you need to make sure it's close to the receiver so you don't get intentional grounding. So it's safety anyways. That's all. Or throw it at the running back's feet. You got to do something. So you cannot take a safety right there. And you got to play clean, man. Sometimes the drops have not been helping them. I will give people that have that comment back, but then also say like there's been some throws that have been clean pockets and he has not made them, and that's not good. And those been the throws that keep the chains moving. That's what's hurting the Bearcats offense. They're not keeping the chains moving enough. Defense is playing too many snaps. Offense is going 3 and out too much. And that's why these games aren't going how people expect. Like, they're solid pass blocking. They're not as good run blocking though, like as I would have expected for them to have as many people back, and that could be because of the new line coach too. Like I mean, it's a lot of changes this year, and this is the most the Bearcats have been got hit with a lot of turnover this year. New defensive back coach, um, you got a new offensive line coach, you got a new offensive coordinator. Um, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot in once. And normally the Bearcats new defensive line coach, so new linebackers coach. So you got a lot of changes happen in one season because the Bearcats' success, people just poached the Bearcats. And I mean, Den Brock, I was tough on Den Brock, but he was steady. You know what I'm saying? I honestly, I'm not as hard on Gino as everybody else is. I think he's made the offense a lot more explosive, personally. Um, but I think like if Ben can hit a couple more of those those little move the chain throws, people would like what he's calling more. The only thing I fault Gino with right now is he's not getting the tight ends involved enough. So like when you got some people good as Wiley and Lenny Taylor, I feel like they should at least they should see the ball a little bit more. And I think that'll open it up for the deep ball. The deep ball's there, but I think when the deep ball's not hitting, they should definitely uh see the tight end should see the ball a little bit more. That's the only thing, honestly, that I can really personally complain. And the run game isn't as consistent, but I think it might be new schemes with the different coach and stuff like that. You know, they might be doing a little bit more than people kind of expected. But it is what it is, man. They gotta adjust. They just Ben does have to play clean and he has to play consistent. Like you can't have the splash plays and they can't make the 10-yard play, yeah, or the 7-yard. And it's okay to get a 7-yard play if it's 1st and 1. 1st and 10, my bad, I said 1st and 1. What am I talking about? 1st and 10, get 7 yards, boom. Now you're 2nd and 3. Play action still involved. You can run it up the gut, whatever you want to do, sweep, whatever. You got a lot more options. You get, it's 2nd and 10, it makes it a little bit different, So you get positive, yards on 1st down, changes everything. So I don't know, man. For everybody that's paying attention to this pod tonight, make sure you guys go to YouTube and subscribe to our free front office news page, please. Make sure you follow us on IG at Front Office News as well. And hit up 513 shirts and get some front off TFON, which is the front office news gear for your family and friends for the holidays. That was a good promo right there. And then if you guys gamble, use TFON 125. It's a link on the website for Bet US. And if you go to Bet US, you'll get a free play if you sign up. So get a free play on the front office news. Take advantage of that. If you guys like to gamble, use us to gamble. So yeah, man, I had to get that out. But I'm trying to get the YouTube page up, man. So make sure you guys subscribe. Tell a friend to subscribe. Tell your kids to subscribe. It's a pretty good page, man. It's free. It's free. Just help us get our footprint out there on there. Yeah, man. And hopefully Twitter don't die. Y'all think Twitter don't die? I don't know. Elon bought it for all that money, but he just started firing people, man. Like he firing people that got like that helped build it. Like I don't understand this at all. Like that's when that greed come in, man. Like you can't just be firing people like that, man. People messing up people's livelihoods because you want to be cheap. It's bad, man. All bad. But I don't know. I'm trying like different social media stuff just in case it do die. You know what I mean? But I don't want it to because it's like my favorite place to talk UC stuff and just to do social media at. So I'll be sad if it do. But buddy tripping, man. To me, who am I? I'm just a dude that talks UC sports. That's it, man. I think I'll stop rambling. Just make sure you guys check out the front office news, man. Follow all the stuff. Definitely follow the YouTube page. Subscribe to the YouTube page. Subscribe, man. Subscribe to that page. Because if Twitter go, I'm gonna have to just be on YouTube going live all the time just so I can rant. You feel me? That's gonna have to what I'll have to do. I have to rant all the time. So Bearcats, they just gotta win. They gotta win against Temple. That's it. That's it. That's all. Win against Temple, then it's going down against Tulane. That's gonna be kind of the AAC heavyweight fight on Black Friday. So that's how I end it, man. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I wanted to check in this week, man. My bad for not getting my TFO in on last week, but had to go ahead and come in and check in and ramble. And that's how we're gonna end it tonight, man. I'm JT Smith. I'm signing out. All right, peace.